ho nansa abira wo kwa adwuma no awu otimi firi ho no okwa adwuma no asambra na ne fie kwan no ayera no betimi yedi ho ayi no akọ be ma ne fie no asiesie no otimi prebe no an de fro ne nkwan ahihye fridge mu ama be me no ne ade wo timi am nwanwa wo ni obi wo ho mo wo he ho esoro ho ana he na mo wo ni obi a wo ho 9 years mo nka wade asem wo timi am nwanwa. And as soon as me nipa no me kone ho weekend inti when humi ame wo ho first no be kwa washing our tete afei di omo ba mu kita suitcase over ganya na me en spinter say my enyo eten spinter oba enyo eten spinters ganya na me spinters really.
We love Friday nights. Benjamin Nketsia here. Sports Panorama. And where's my bell? See, what's going on is not fair. But a wonderful evening to all of you. Big shout outs to you guys driving home and doing the listening. Drive safe. To those of you who are still at work, I hope the work is done. And to our proud sponsors, we say a big thank you for being a part of this. Twisco, the children's Twisco. Yeah. The kids can't do without it. The adults are even getting in on the action. And like I say all the time on the show, Twisco is best enjoyed with cowbell from Promasidor Ghana Limited. Twisco is what you need really to keep your brains sharp, especially for the kids, enriched with NFOT. All the nutrients you need, it's in your Twisco. Winner Big are also proud sponsors of the show. Winner Big obviously is the way you want to enjoy the weekend. Yeah, when you tap your pockets, gives you a little confidence. You know what I mean? Now they say buy one ticket, get 2 chances to win. Charlie, they've brought some imposter into the studio. What's going on here? What's the meaning of this? Charlie, don't angry me. Don't, Charlie. I beg you, be very careful. I don't know who sent you with this thing. Be very careful. You let me go on. We're now beg our proud sponsors of the show. And newly, we have a new kid on the block. New kid on the block. In association and collaboration with Kudus Mohammed. Sports Panorama, Enye Easy. Coming up here on Friday nights, Enye Easy. Kivo Gary are the new sponsors on Panorama. Charlie, the bell is not even belly. What's the meaning of this? Charlie. Take this thing out of my sight. I'll address it later. Anyway, Kivo Gary. Yeah, they are the new kid on the block. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Charlie, me, the way I like my Gary Soakins, it's a good thing that they are here because they have simplified my life. I'm not even gonna lie, because sometimes, let me tell you a story about Gary Soakins. Sometimes Gary Soakins is a lifesaver. Like evening time, you can be anticipating, okay, should I eat? Should I not eat? It's too late. It's not nutritious. It's not healthy. Then you decide not to eat. Okay. Then by like 11 midnight, you are watching like a movie. Then right now, your stomach begins to rumble. See, you get Gary, you get sugar, but you are DB small, so get milk. Right now, the Gary chopping makes some way for you. So some way, like, keep for Gary just like, I think it just simplifies the whole equation. So I can just pick up the box, put it into my bowl, put water in it, and I'm gone. That's what it is. They say it is the 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix. Yeah, feeling hungry and want something quick to eat? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary is your hunger buddy. That's what they say. It has all you need inside the pack. Crispy Gary, not crispy. Those of you who like to mispronounce. Crispy Gary, crunchy groundnuts, creamy milk and sugar. All you need is to just add water and you're good to go. No stress. Delicious taste. Enjoy in the office, the boarding house, the home, or anywhere you want. It's available in various supermarkets and retail shops. I don't think anybody even needs an introduction. Kudu says Kivu Ama, the whole thing is easy. Endorsed by the FDA, of course. Today, Black Stars agenda. I feel like they are sapping the energy out of us. But it must happen anyway. Nathan Kwa is here, Susu Graham is here, Yaya Jemita, Coach Christopher Nimley, aka the Rabbi, aka Ow.
Wo ni neno.
Hey.
Bodenche
wo ni neno.
Kuni mafata ohe. Oh, yo was about. Woba. Wakangmene soa ni masoa yo wa na masoa.
Bodenche oli.
Wakogbele ache o manche yeli aba. Yo wa nyama wo here. Shin ache wo twi. Gbamani fe mon fe na cha amaye. Nika onye Ghana here. No fe oni bi odugba be se bitaflache. Waka Yesu mo konkro ba chi aye ka je o me ni waka chika yose.
Hey.
Yo abodenche woni ne no. Woni ne no. Aw papa. Yo wa won chebo. Ye musun sha. Shi wo ye hemo ka yeli akashi. Ni won chebo Yehowa Zebaoth. Oba woni ne no. No ke Ghana ba fita obi ya he. Henu wo bole she. Henu wo bole hene shele Yehowa.
Joba mi.
Jabo. No mene wo kuku boji. Wo
ni neno.
Oh Yehowa wo ni neno. Kuni mafata yeah, Yesu ba me. Amen.
See, after this, I should be ringing my bell. Viewers, look at the bell Abeku has brought.
Abeku dem belly. I go find dem belly.
You see, this bell is a depiction of the current state of the Black Stars.
I said the editor force.
You see, this bell epitomizes the state of the Black Stars.
Imagine it should happen. We have the original bell for this program.
I'm sad. See, let me listen to something that happened within the week.
That be Susu bell no him.
Bell no him. You
guys, where's the bell? Let's be very serious here.
See, play me that.
The bell is
play me that famous. Play me the famous
Okay,
speech.
you
Play me the famous speech. I'll come back
The
to
Malcolm
the
X speech.
Yes, play me the famous speech. I'll be back.
Let me roll the time back. A few weeks ago, we played against Niger. How did you guys feel when you went back home to your bases? Having drawn against Niger, how did you feel? Were we happy? Were you happy? Niger! Come on, guys. You drew 1-1 against Niger. That was the scoreline. No joke. 1-1 against Niger. 4-5 of the players who played in that squad, cannot play in my club. That's the truth. But Ghana played 1-1 against Niger. What did we see? We saw a Black Stars team without energy, without passion, without the desire to play. It is not possible like this. The minimum I expect, the minimum Ghana expects, is a team of boys or men who will show passion and desire to play for our country. Not when you are dribbled and you be seen walking on the pitch and the ball is heading towards your nets. That is impossible. I told the coach, you see that you guys decide to play for Ghana, to play for the 30 million plus people, or decide you will not.
They say you guys should decide to play for the 30 million plus people or decide you will not. He also says to lose against Niger is absolutely unacceptable. He says that some of the players that played for Niger are not fit to play in his own football club. Now hold your horses there. I'm going to activate the phone lines today because typically we have journalistic opinions, we have a coach's opinion. Let me hear from the people first of all. I want to know how the people of Ghana feel about their national team, because the national team belongs to the people of Ghana. When they have spoken, then we will come in and also share our thoughts. So you should call into the show now. 0539 968 996. 0539 986 996. That's the phone line. Sorry. So 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. So you should call into the show now. Let's hear what you have to say. So you want to say something?
It's already started ringing. I hate the night. I just had in the
We'll be wiring the calls into the studio in a bit so you can. I think we have our first caller on the line already. Yes, we do have our first caller on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Ben.
Hi, your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm Samuel calling from Dodowa.
Sam, big shout outs to the people in Dodowa. Talk to me about the Black Stars. What is wrong with our team and how do we move this team from the position it currently is?
I think the problem with the Black Stars now is purely technical problem. Seriously. We don't have a coach. And secondly, the players themselves, they are average players. We are just entertaining them and just making them feel like they are superstars and things like that. But for me, seriously, they are average players. And the performance, I just don't get it. Seriously. I just don't get it. So we need to improve. If we want to go to this AFCON, we need a lot of work. We need to do a lot of work to be able to get to this AFCON. Seriously. Ghana, a favorite team in an AFCON tournament, has now turned into they are now struggling virtually to enter to qualify for the tournament. It's serious, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. Let me take another caller on the line.
I'm just waiting for Coach Namely now.
Let me listen to Ni from Sakomono. Ni, big ups to the people in Sakomono. Talk to us. As far as the Black Stars are concerned, what's on your chest? What do you want to say?
Good evening to all your listeners. I personally went to watch the game on Thursday, and the performance wasn't the best at all. We were just struggling to concede. And listening to the Malcolm X before we started the calling, if this is how our FA president speaks to our players, then I don't think we need a coach. Because Kek is I think chess is dampening the spirits of the boys rather than motivating them. And if this is how he runs the affairs of our football, then I don't think they are going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Nee from Sakumono. Let me talk to Gideon from Tema. Gideon, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. It's Godwin. It's not Gideon.
Oh, Godwin. Sorry. Talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. But you see this our nation, we are lacking something. Our is it the president, GFA or what? You know, he was trying to do himself like Pep Guardiola or Mourinho, whereby he has not yet got the limit. You see, for me, I would have preferred us not to qualify for the AFCON because I don't know what we are going to do there. And to be frankly speaking, we can beat Sudan our next match. We should forget it. Our best is draw or to lose. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Godwin. Let me see if I have another caller on the line. Okay, we don't have a caller on the line. Let me listen to Otto Addo really quickly. He had a few words to say following that goalless draw against Sudan. We'll get back to the phone lines in a bit, but let's listen to head coach of the team, Otto Addo, and then we'll get back to the phone lines.
Sudan was very lucky today, and next time we see them in Libya, they won't be lucky. Then we win. That's all. And it's a psychological game, and we have to be fearless. We have to believe in ourselves, because these kind of games sometimes take, especially from young players, like they believe in themselves to score whatever. We have to keep our heads up, and that's what I told everyone now. So they did well, and at the end we'll be rewarded. We have to believe in ourselves. We will train finishers, intelligent finishers, and then we will score them. I think they showed it international on every level that they can score, all of them, and I believe in them that they will score the next game.
So head coach Otto Addo says that Sudan were lucky on the day and that they won't be so lucky when the game or the return leg goes back to Libya. Let me get back to the phone lines. I'll take 5 more phone calls and then we'll bring the action into the studio. Let me see. Who do I have on the line? I have okay. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, your name and where you're calling from?
American Distance SP. I'm from Bolga.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Big shout outs to the people in Bolga.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the Black Stars after watching yesterday's game?
Ben, I don't know where the problem is, but when I was watching the match, I couldn't believe that this is the Black Stars that we all knew. So I was surprised. I do not know where the problem is. So I'm sitting on my television to hear what coach and your panelists will talk about the Black Stars. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me take another caller on the line. Okay, we don't have a caller on the line. Let's bring the action into the studio. Let me start off with you, Coach Christopher Nimley, because I'm sure you saw this game. Show probably brought to us by Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix, Twisco, and Winner Big.
There's no Kivo. I don't see any Kivo.
No, the Kivo people, they will bring the things. The things will arrive soon. Who is the Aye here? But who is this song for?
Ofe na Achebwaye. Ofe na Achebwaye. Only famo bahani Achebwaye. Only famo bahani Yowa Zebald Ajobo. Look, Numo, since you took over the realm of our football, since October 2019, when you took over the running of our football, every national team has become worse. That is what the fact says. Our women's under 17 ban, they don't even exist. Women's under 20, wherever they go, disgrace. Women's senior national team, Zuku. Men 17, 20, 23, Black Stars proper, Zuku. Now let's narrow it down to the Black Stars. Only to the Black Stars. Ketokreku record as GFA chairman with the Black Stars. He's played 52 games. Sasu, am I correct?
Yes.
He has a win ratio of less than 33%.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So I was asking about the Sudan game. Are you?
Oh no,
doubting
setting record straight.
Okay, okay. I had to this.
In 52 games, win ratio less than 33%.
No, it's 36.54.
Rather, win ratio.
Yes, 36.54
in 52 games.
Statistical namely.
Look, let me tell you something.
See the stats with everyone is right.
Look, Nketsia, from the day this man took over the realm of football in this country, he has refused to listen. He's taken one bad decision to the next. The sacking of Kwesi Appiah was wrong. I sat in this same studio and I said, don't do it. You gave the job to Siki Akono. You influenced player selection under Siki Akono. You sacked him after. You went and told the whole country that the only drink we had on the table at the time was Milo.
We had a coach
and
who
I
understood
told you
food.
that Sobolo was also on the table. Sobolo.
But we needed to hire a coach who understood our food.
Kwesi Appiah doesn't eat Ghanaian food.
I told him that Milo was not the only drink on the table. We had Sobolo. Why you intentional? All intentional.
The corn.
Is it
when you
explain
what
intentional when you go to the kenke sellers, you know, after they
bought the residue,
after the cooking, when they take away the kenke, the water that is left, that solvent, we call it intentional. No more akefan malaria.
Yeah, it's a great malaria killer.
There was intentional on the table. You refused to give the job to intentional. You gave the job to Milo. I said, don't do it. He's been out of job for close to 3.5-4 years. If he was good enough, he would have been given the job. We gave the job to Chris Hutton. I came and said, this man, bim bam boom, bim bam boom, bim bam boom. Don't do it. You did it. Then somebody who has got no coaching experience, apart from he taking the Black Stars to the World Cup, where we got booted out in the first round. Somebody who did not meet one fundamental requirement set by your own FA technical directorate to be the next person to coach the Black Stars. You ended up giving the job to the Black Stars to that person. I said, don't do it. Because if you look at how low our national team has become, we've won one game in 3 or 4 AFCONs. How many? 3 AFCONs.
We haven't won an AFCON game since 2019.
Yes, we've won 1 out of 10 games. We were so low in confidence, so low in belief, so low in conviction in our way of doing things. I said, look, if it is about giving the job to a Ghanaian, there was a Ghanaian whose coaching has never been in doubt, who has proven time and time and again that he's the man for the job. I said, give the job to Kwesi Appiah, the one you wrongfully sacked. Give it to him. Don't give it to Otto Addo. Only God knows why you choose Otto Addo. And after giving the job to Otto Addo, you form a technical team that is so weak. I have told Abeku, them assignment I then by this time say it's our result and you're ready. Abe, and yet the man didn't break the man farming Zagro. What I told Abeku was simple. I said, Abe, compare our technical team to the elites in Africa. Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, Cameroon, Tunisia, Senegal, mention Algeria. Mention them for me. To elite, this technical team of the Black Stars, it comes nowhere close to the elite. And I said, by extension, open it up to the rest of Africa. Nketsia, the day Abeku will decide to bring that analysis out here into the studios of Citi FM, you will know that among the technical team out of the 52, 53 countries in Africa, ours is the weakest among the first 5 weakest technical team.
So we have deactivated the phone lines. Actually, a couple more people were trying to call.
They want to call.
Yeah,
should I hold on for them to call, or I should continue?
We have deactivated the phone lines. Make your
so I should continue.
Yeah.
All right. Then I said, don't do it. You did it. So we beat Mali. We cheated Central African Republic in Kumasi. The referee had a very bad day. We ended up winning 4-3. And I came here and I said, look, if you eat football, drink football, sleep football, kuta football like I do, let's drink, take it easy. Sleep, kuta football like I do,
let's take it easy.
You will not jubilate over the win against Central African Republic. We didn't deserve to win that game.
Mind
so
you,
now
those are the
reality
only
check.
2 games we've won this year. Those June International. Those are the only 2 games we've won this year. Of 11, I believe.
Yes. Now the reality check has set in. We complained that the pitch was bad, and I said yes, the pitch was very, very bad, but the coaching was equally very, very bad. Ghanaians didn't listen to what I was saying. We took the team to Morocco against Niger. So that brings me to the Malcolm X. The
Malcolm X
Martin Luther King.
No, forget Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was on the cool side. He is more of like, you slap me, I'll turn the other cheek. No, Malcolm X was by any means necessary. And
yes,
that speech by Ketokreku was by any means necessary speech.
Yes,
even if it means that falling out with your players by airing it to the whole world to see. Even if it means falling out with your players, yes, you still go ahead and do it and blast them in front of the whole world.
Nketsia, I was at work when a very good friend just sent me a message. I was on my desk doing some few things, and then my phone just beeped. When I picked this, have you seen the video? I said, which video? Kept addressing the players. I said, he's done it again. I knew the man will mess up. Now when the guy sent me the site and I clicked, it took me straight to YouTube. Then I started watching. I said, Yehovah Sabaoth. When will this man learn? When would you don't do football like that? And I'm happy. As a station, we've spoken to Augustina Himfo. Do you know what? The boys went for dinner or lunch. They had finished eating. The plates were still there. Now they had, all of them had something like orange drink.
Dessert. They had like dessert, I think, on their plates. Yeah.
Look, allow them to settle down. This is the way you should have gone about it. You allow them to finish eating. You clear the table, tell those who are in charge to do that. Then you instruct anybody holding the camera, anybody having the phone, should all vacate this premises. It is time for a true father to talk to his or her children. You know, I'm a family man. I will never, even our custom here in Ghana will not allow us to watch the dirty things of our children in public. You don't do that. You see, it has backfired. You were thinking that, let me get the cameras. I get to Kreku, even slapping your brain and hitting your chest. You want to create blood clotting in your system. Misbehaving.
What is the meaning of this? How does he create blood clotting in the system?
Gabby,
by slapping his chest.
Didn't you see him slapping his chest and hitting his head like that?
But we also, he said all disrespect.
He was slapping his head and hitting his chest. Just say, boy. No, only fame or Bana Chebuaye. Only fame or Bana Chebuaye.
He can't think far.
Desperate moments call for desperate measures.
That was the most unfortunate desperate measure. This team already has got pressure on them.
True.
This is a young team that we are nurturing. A team that has been so inconsistent. As the father of the team, you don't compound the pressure on the team by doing what you did. Look, there was one expert he used. Gabby, I spoke to you and he said that part is here. I want us to play that part. He referred to them as Shiza. I cannot mention. I'm quoting Ketokreku. Gabby, if if you play that audio here for me, I'll be very happy. Shiza, hey, look, you've played 52 games. You've destroyed our national under-17s women team. You've destroyed our under-17 men's team. You've destroyed our under-20. You've destroyed the Black Stars since you took over. The management of our local league has gone from being so bad to worse. Per your own description, per your own analysis, what is shizer than that? What is shizer than that? Numo, olako he, nuchumo nyochu. So like I said, only femo bahani achebo. Ah yeah, oye musunfe, eshengbon.
Are you going to talk to me about the game?
I'm coming to the game now. Ah yeah, oh, oye musunfe, oh, eshengbon obagbe mi lo, kogbe data telemo wenche telemo, kogbe waita telemo wenche telemo. Now let's come to the game. Learn from these things, so because you have only 2 more years to vacate. Don't ever dream and think that you will extend your stay at the Ghana Football Association. It's a 2-term thing. After 2 terms, you will go. And we will live, we'll see your legacy. Your legacy is shambolic. It's shizer, according to your own description. Shizer, that is your legacy. Now let's come to the football. The more coach
but we saw a response from our team yesterday.
Response?
No, hold on. You see, put things into context.
I'm putting it into context.
Hold on. We had complained prior to this game about poor body language, about a lack of effort. Those are 2 things I think were different yesterday. We had complained about a team that struggled to create chances. Yesterday, we created at least 3 clear-cut opportunities. We couldn't put them away.
So that means the coaching was good.
The coach isn't the coach's job to put the team in the perfect position to win a game.
You watched the game yesterday. I didn't see anything good with the coaching.
Hold on. So when Inaki Williams gets a chance from 4 yards out and he kicks it straight to the goalkeeper,
Inaki was always stretching on that tapping.
No, but hold on.
He was stretching on the tapping.
Hold on. Either way, that was a good goal scoring opportunity. What I saw was a player who
took the ball to the goalkeeper did his job. What are you talking about?
What did the striker also do? Hold on, I'm coming. That definitely qualifies as a good goal scoring chance. Whether you
the one that qualifies as a good scoring chance was the one that froze the number 10. Why did you give him the number 10 jersey to wear?
What has that got to do with it?
No more. But the number 20 boy.
Hold on. You see, we are discussing chances. Yes. So Inaki, big chance wasted. Semenyo, big chance wasted. Kudus Mohammed, big chance wasted. Jiku, header from 5 yards out, crushed.
Semenyo, 2 chances.
2 chances. So we had at least 5 good chances in the game.
Semenyo chance you are referring to. The only chance he wasted was when the ball bounced. The other one, he dribbled, he shot the goalkeeper. He was under pressure.
So the players will take any responsibility for that?
I've not said that. What I'm saying is that if you look at the way Sudan played yesterday, they came to play for a result. Look, I think we should have gone 4-4-2. I think we needed 2 proper attackers in the box at all times to have broken them down. That is what I would have done. Any proper coach would have done that. Because when you say we were creating chances. When the chances were coming from all coming from your wide men, comparing them to move diagonally into the box before scoring, you need to cut their losses, put a striker there, and demand of them to supply the balls to the strikers for them to put the ball away. Now look, the player called Michael Baden.
Michael Beidou.
Beidou, yes, Beidou. You know he's my boy. When I was coaching Vision FC, for those of you who have been asking me, coach, when will you coach in Ghana? The people at Vision FC, Macro Secretary, Keto Kreku's strong partner. When I say, friend, he has a team. When I came back from the States, that was my first job. In fact, I did it for free. I will go and coach the second division of Vision FC. When I came, they had already done their recruitment. Everybody listen to this. I'll go and coach the second division team of Vision FC. Then in the afternoon, because I had just come, I was not working. And then I would commit myself again, go back in the afternoon around 3 p.m. and coach the coach team of Vision FC. The under 17 and under 14 team. Because that is where I believe as a country we should be focusing on and develop. So I worked with this Michael Bedu boy for 2 months. Then I told the handlers of Vision FC that I'm going to promote the boy to the second division team. They said no, they will not agree. I said, if you don't agree, I resign, take your team, I'm going. Then it took the boy's uncle to tell them, but you people, you've gotten a landed coach like this, somebody who's done most of his coaching courses outside of Ghana. He's committing himself, training this young boy. He's told you that this boy. So I told them, if you allow me to promote this boy, I give you 2 years. If you don't sell this boy outside of Ghana, then your management is very poor. In less than 2 years, they sold. So they allowed me to promote, so I promoted the boy. When I promoted the boy was so fantastic. But after the season, I left. I told them, I don't work with interference. So when I'm working, want to interfere, take your job. Because I'm a full professional chemist somewhere. I use that one to take care of myself. So football coaching is my passion. And then I left them. This boy has gone through the ranks, under 70, under 20, and all. But we saw his under 7, they didn't do well. So see, the point I'm making, yes, he's a good player. But I don't think he should have been the direct replacement for Thomas Partey under injuries. It's because of the consultancy. That's why they brought the boy into the team. He's not there yet. Or if you've brought him into the team, when we are under so much pressure and we need a goal from all angles and we need to go in and punish the opponent, you don't introduce a player who has never experienced the Black Stars before and throw him into a pressure situation like that. I'm training. I'm part of those who nurtured that boy. One reason why the coaching was equally very when he brought the ball, I thought he would have just gone too top. Because at the time, like we were beginning to open up the Sudanese a bit. So put them under more pressure. We didn't need another midfielder. Rather, a second striker, withdraw Kudus and get him to quickly get the ball to them for us to go and punish. That Brenda Asante boy, is that the one who plays in the...
Brandon Thomas Asante.
Thomas Asante. He's just there. Not being maximized. He's a proper center forward. When you are struggling for goal, you put him together with Jordan or together with Naki Will and say, look, hold the two center, because the two Sudanese center back, they were always free. It was always 2v1 throughout the game. So our best chances were created by our wide men. That is too long a way to go, too long a channel to go. True or false? True. When the man is under pressure, we need people to advise him on technical and tactical matters. Lema, is that the name?
Yeah.
And somebody, Lauman, and somebody who has never coached a Division 1 team in Ghana before. You see, the lowest of lows. We've given the apex of our game, and we are doing try and error. Then you, Keto Kriku, you don't admit to that was an error, that was a mistake. The appointment of Otto Addo, John Pencil, and Lauman to be the technical team of the Black Stars, it was a huge mistake. We had a chance to have given this job to Akwesi Appiah, who would have walked into that dressing room having proper coaching experience. Look,
I saw a video, right? Not to even cut you, I saw a video I found very curious. It was a side video of Jordan and Kwesi Appiah in an interaction where it looked like Jordan was complaining bitterly about something to Kwesi Appiah.
I've seen the video.
Again, the video is not in context. I don't know what they were talking about.
But you could see.
It was very telling, almost like a father-son interaction where somebody's like whining about something he's not happy about.
Somebody like that as our coach. Somebody who has got the nerve and the temerity to drop Kevin Springboating, to sack whoever he wants to sack, to dethrone Asamajan as captain of the Black Stars when he said, I don't need you to be my captain again. That was the sort of figure we needed to walk into that dressing room at our lowest of lows moment. Not somebody who is Matramakwe. No more. We have not.
He says Sudan were lucky. He says they won't be. He says they won't be lucky on Monday.
We will see. The bomb waiting to explode is Ghana not qualifying for the AFCON.
I don't know why to
explode.
Let me talk to you.
Ghana not qualifying for the AFCON. The bomb waiting to explode.
Let me read a few
for the AFCON. The bomb waiting to explode. Is Ghana not qualifying for the AFCON? The bomb waiting to explode. Is Ghana not qualifying for the AFCON? Okay, our team ben feature skilly.
Point made. Let me read a few messages.
God is always alive.
And then I'll come to you. 442 from Cove City says, under Kurt, our junior national teams have collapsed, and due to that, the Black Stars is suffering. Kurt is the Jonah on the boat. If he gets out of the boat, the boat will sail smoothly. There is no leadership at the FA, and that's why our football is suffering. Nick Ofonzi from Dansoman.
The first text message you read there.
Yeah. Which one? The one I just read?
Yeah.
The one you just read.
The Jonah on the boat.
Yeah.
Spiritual connotations.
Ben, I'll tell you off air. No, I'm serious. Somebody told me something.
Yeah?
I'll tell you off air. And this message takes my mind there.
The Jonah on the boat things. Anyway, this one says, good evening, guys. Coach's entry this evening is just marvelous. He always makes my Friday evening. Anyway, it will do us some good and save us some money if we do not qualify, and we are not going to. Kurt Okreko is just bad at everything and a hypocrite too. Wow, I think that's harsh. Kobe Shala from Teshi. I don't even know what it means. I don't even know why he's calling himself. Why is he calling himself that?
That is the best for them.
He says, I'm perplexed by the event currently happening in the football fraternity. President Kurt's sudden realization of players lacking passion and commitment. If only the Black Stars in isolation were underperforming, I would have agreed.
Yes.
But here lies the case where all the national teams are retrogressing,
all of them
demanding commitment from the players when he only shows up when the Black Stars are in town.
Yes.
Said Decent from Teshi Cold Store says Black Stars should not qualify because they will just go and waste our taxpayers' money and give us broken hearts in addition. As for me, I don't watch the Black Stars again. Christian Ameko from Temakpo says, good evening, Ben. I think Anas has caused our downfall as a nation. Okay.
We've moved on from
I just want to address this.
I'm coming. I'll get to that in a bit. K from Sotum says, Ghana's football is in the pits across all levels. Mr. Passionate FA president was shouting on camera, so it's okay. I hope we don't make the AFCON. We don't do anything there anyway. Taxpayers' money will breathe small. Elom texting from Dawenya says, good evening to you guys in the studio. Charlie, our football is in shambles and Kurt should sit up. Shout outs to Mr. Krante Susugrab, aka Sports Bruce Wayne.
This one they beg.
I don't even know what's going on. Totime Richard Adam
thanks, dude.
from Shahil says, good evening, guys. I can't really think far. How can a country that has always been in the semi-finals of the AFCON since 2008 until 2017 and planning to win the tournament now struggling or planning on how to qualify? God help our nation, Ghana. Mane the Baobab says, Ben, pass by my house anytime for an antique bell. Okay, I got that one. It says, the Cashford Solidarity Bell I have kept as a legacy item for 2 decades. I'm willing to donate it to your program. And guest coach must be happy I'm doing this. Kudos to you guys. Yes, that's from our good friend Enam. Sorry, our good friend Enam. This one says that Akwesi Appiah is better than Otto Addo. Chelsea and Black Stars, which is better? Greetings to my sweetness Twiscolina. Anyway, yeah, let me talk to you. Let me keep it straight to the point on this one. I don't want to go back into history and all of that. Mm-hmm. How do we win the next 3 matches?
How do we win the next 3 matches? First things first, yes, the commitment must step up a little bit, way up. That's one. The efficiency must improve because if you look at our game against Sudan yesterday, there were several glaring chances. They had to score. The players had to score, despite the reservations I have about Otto Addo's starting unit, starting Elisha Usu with Ibrahim Suleimani.
I even forgot about that one.
I had my reservations about that. Then the substitutions. So yes, he has his he's to be blamed for that draw to an extent, but the large portion I'll put it on the players. So they need to be efficient, especially in front of goal. You can't waste the chances that we wasted against Sudan. That's definitely terrible, because look at the Kudus chance. I look at the Iñaki chance, the Semenyo chance too. It's unpardonable. You have to put those in the net. Then, yes, the coaching. Number 3, the coaching.
It has to improve.
It has to improve.
What?
It has to improve.
He says your opponents were only lucky.
Yeah, because he was looking at it from the wastefulness in front of goal. But he also has to look at himself in the mirror and ask himself, like, did I really put out the best starting unit out there?
Did I put us in the best position to win?
Did I put us in the best position to win? To an extent, I don't think so. Because I've already highlighted the midfield combo. Then there was this insistence on always keeping or playing with inverted wingers.
I
don't get it. Insistence. You keep Ernest Nyama on the right side. You keep Antoine Semenyo on the left side. And they consistently, Alidu Seidu and Ernest Nyama were not on the same page. There were 2 instances where Alidu Seidu stretched the pitch, and instead of Ernest Nyama just laying the ball off to him, he wanted to go infield on his left foot. So he moved infield. Meanwhile, infield, Sudan had a lot of bodies. There's no way you are cutting infield and supplying a pass into that central area of the pitch. When there was Alidu Said who had provided an outlet to stretch the pitch. But because Ernest Nyama is not too comfortable playing out wide, playing with his, his right side, it will always prove difficult. So he will always do what's in his natural DNA. Instinctually, he will always move infield. And once you move infield, you cut off a huge portion of the field, because the Sudanese had enough men in the middle. So you couldn't stretch the play, and on top of that, you were running or trying to build your attacks in a very crowded area of the pitch. But he kept on doing it. Then he made the substitutions and brought on Fatah Ishaku.
The same style.
So he has to look at himself in the mirror and know that, yes, they were a bit unlucky because of all the chances that the boys wasted. But you could have prevented that situation by creating more chances, by fielding the right personnel and putting them in the right position to be able to excel. You have a good combo going in defense with Abdul Momen, with Mohamed Salisu. Yes, Jiku was injured in the previous games against Angola and Niger, but he already has that kind of chemistry with Salisu Mohamed because of the AFCON that they played and a couple of games that they played after the AFCON. So in that situation, once you have Abdul Momen in there, you want to play out from the back. Salisu is fine with the ball at his feet, comfortable with the ball at his feet. Jiku isn't. So you can play with Jerome Opoku also present, and they also had another defender in there. You can afford to play 3 at the back, knowing very well that you needed a goal, you needed goals and wins. You play 3 at the back and utilize Gideon Mensah's strength as a wing back. Alidu Seidu's strength as a wing back. His energy, his drive, utilize it. Then you play in the middle, play Kudus and Elisha Usu, because Elisha Usu, he does his job in a very efficient manner, very tidy. That guy, he picks the ball, he picks the ball and he just lays it off. Kudus, go and do your thing. Simple. But if you pair him with Ibrahim Suleimana, who pretty much does the same thing, you are restricting the ball progression ability of your team. You can't build through the middle with those guys. So you constantly saw have to drop deep and deep.
He was all over the place.
And he will have to be the one to
drive the ball
and drive the ball. I mean, even Maradona had his limitations, so he couldn't do everything on his own. So once you had that situation playing out, why did he keep insisting on having those 2 guys in the middle? For me, he had to drop Kudus and pair him with either Elisha Usu or Ibrahim Suleimana. Then you have 3 men at the top, Minyake, William Jordan, Ayew, Antoine Semenyo. any of that combo goes with Ernest Nyama. So for me, Otto Addo, these 3 issues, he should look at it carefully. If we want to win our 3 remaining games, these are the things that we should tackle. 1, the players need to step up with their commitment and overall application in the games. Number 2, they need to be efficient in front of goal. And number 3, Otto Addo needs to tweak his system a little bit and improve on his personal choices and his style of play.
He said just 1 minute before you go. He said, "What Sudan will not be lucky on Tuesday,
Monday."
When is the game? It's Monday.
I think the CAF site is reporting it's Tuesday.
Yeah, CAF. We checked the CAF site today.
And they are saying the game will be played on
1
Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
See,
the funny thing is, I went to the presser and
they said Monday. So we are getting conflicting information. I don't know what's going on.
Initially, the game was 11th and 15th.
Yep.
Then they
rescheduled,
changed it. So it's now 10th and 14th. The presser I went to.
That's what we know.
What I got from the presser.
No, don't get me. It's not that we don't believe you. That's not what we are saying. But we are saying we also went on that. We are having the argument.
I came and I brought
Coach Edem. Yeah, we're all in the newsroom.
But CAF has their issues.
They went on the CAF site. CAF site is saying Tuesday. You
open
your live score app. It says Tuesdays. So it's like,
and it happened in the last game week as well.
Because they are picking from CAF because. Obviously, they are the authority. So, but here's the situation where CAF, you are playing 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Yeah. You go to the CAF side, do you even have highlights there?
They don't. So let's stick with what the FA say.
Sudan will not be lucky on Monday.
Yeah,
I'm telling him, he will have to pray that luck finds him. Because is it a good coach wouldn't have said that. A good coach wouldn't have said that. Look, there's everything wrong with the approach. Hey, you are playing against a coach who is better than you. You are talking about luck. Kwesi is better than you, and you are talking about luck. And Kwesi will look at him and say, "Look at this man. I say I was lucky, and I won't be lucky. Come and meet us in Libya. You will see who will need luck."
Let's put this in context. So the last time Ghana failed to qualify for an AFCON was in
20 years ago,
2004. Yep. Now the difference is that then it was still 16 teams. Now it is an expanded competition with 24 teams. So if you couldn't qualify for 16 teams, we can make an excuse. It
wasn't good enough.
Then. It was in a group at the time.
We had then off the top of my head, I can remember guys like Abubakar Yahuza, Abubakar Yakubu. We had Lawrence Ejay.
Was that not when Adiansa came back?
Good. We had Dankwe. We had Dankwe at the point.
Said he's
we had John Mensah. Good. We had a couple of those guys in there. Aziz Ansah even was in there at a point. That was quite a long time ago. It's an expanded competition now with 24 teams. And like we've rightly situated, our last AFCON win was in 2019 against Guinea-Bissau.
3-0.
For proper context, Africa is made up of 55, 54 countries, depending on whether you add Western Sahara.
A few, and there's a few who don't maybe play qualifiers.
They don't even play. So
it's about
virtually 52.
50 teams, maybe. Yeah, because I think Kenya are banned. So 50 teams come and play.
If you can make it to, if you are not part of one of the 24 qualified teams, then virtually means that you are not, you've missed out on virtually half.
Well, our win rate is what 36%.
36%.
Means when the man took over the blacks, the job of our football, we were ranked 46 in the world. In the world, now we are ranked 70 plus. 70 under your regime. We from 46 to 70.
I say that we are realistically in danger of not qualifying for this. I wanted to prove me wrong. I don't think we can win 3 straight games.
Realistically, that's the right word.
That's why when Sander asked whether the ship has crashed, I say it's not crashed because we can still qualify.
Yes,
but the ship is heading full speed, and the brakes don't seem to be working. Like we are going full speed, and right now I don't see the brakes working straight into a wall.
So we are crashing now.
Give us a recipe or remedy for Sudan come Monday, or maybe if it is Tuesday. I'm not even sure at this point.
I won't lie to you. The way Otto Addo is coaching the team, from what I've seen so far, he's not inspired confidence. Like we can win because we have won games under him. Fair enough, but there's nothing that gives me confidence that is something that we will be doing regularly. Because the World Cup, we saw defensive issues. We were playing 5 defenders, but still we're shipping goals. Okay, he's now doing forward at the back. He's trying to control games, trying to do this. But sometimes you don't even know what you're watching. Because like...
What do you mean you don't know what you're watching?
I don't know what this team is good at. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say I don't know what this team is good at.
Okay.
I can see a lot of things we are bad at, but I can't see what we are good at. Because if I ask people here, what do you think the Black Stars and the Otto Addo is good at?
Counter attacks, no. Set pieces.
As for the set piece part,
set
yeah,
pieces,
it's a
no.
huge
Counter
negative.
attack,
Then we
no.
had-
You see,
then we
counter
had
attack, no.
15
Set
corners.
pieces,
15
no.
corners
Set
from
pieces,
yesterday.
we
You
don't-
set pieces, no.
we
Counter attack,
we don't
no.
retain the ball well.
Consistent, sustained build up.
No. Like, so because we are so bad at everything, it's even difficult to analyze and say what's the style they are trying to play. Because they are trying to short pass, play with the ball. Because they can't do it. You're thinking, is this what you are trying to do? Sometimes to try and go long, it doesn't. So because they are so bad, for lack of a better word, it's difficult to even understand what you are trying to see. Do you understand? Because if even you were, let's even say that at least we are keeping the ball and a sterile possession, you can say, okay, we are trying to play possession football, but breaking down the low blocks is difficult. We can't even do so. It's very difficult to see what he's trying to do. And
No, come on. What are midfielders, Papa? Elijah Uzu, Black Stars midfielder. What? What na Makelese can be?
This is what we have.
Chile? No, this is not what we have. If I'm the coach, I won't call Elijah Uzu.
It's okay.
I will even start him.
Okay.
The Sulemana boy will start in his position, and I bring proper creativity to my team.
Fair. Please make a point.
What?
but you get what I'm saying. It's just difficult to watch because it's like nothing is working. At some point, he was inverting the.
Just a quick one. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no,
This
go
whole Ibrahim Sulemana,
Elisha
Usu
Usu
bit.
thing.
That's where the identity crisis also.
That's where
comes
it
in.
is.
Because Elisha Usu is old school defensive midfielder. Tackles, does the job simple
Square.
and square. He just squares the pass. But Ibrahim Sulemana is one guy who is built for the modern style.
And proper progression.
Building up from the back. So if you pair those two together, then what are you trying to do? Are you going old school? Are you going new school? What are you doing?
Conflict.
So that's where the
going
crisis conflict comes in.
Please make.
Yeah, so like I said, because it's so difficult to even tell, even the analysis we are doing, how can we even analyze and say that, this is what we need to do better? What I'll say based on what we watch is, we don't have a sustained way of creating chances. If you know, so also the chances are it's like the ball bounces some way, so someone kind of swings they are very scruffy.
The opponent miskicks a ball, and then
a lot of our chances are very scruffy, and that maybe not what's helping the players, because almost like your reactions. What is like almost like the players are failing because their reactions are not fast enough. But what you need to do is create chances that your players can execute, and you can see that, okay, this person's technique let them down. That's where you want to be, that the ball is getting to a certain location regularly and they can create the same chance 3-4 times in a game. You want to see a pattern in what we are doing. And for me, crossing and hoping is not a pattern, because our wingers don't even play to cross.
No.
So if we are getting cross chances from crosses, it doesn't mean that doesn't look like their plan. Because like we said, the wingers cut inside, or they try and get cutbacks. He tried that. You see, maybe I should know. I can say there's one thing I can see he's trying to get the wingers to cut backs towards the penalty area. But if you see that Sudan are playing deep like that, and
they have like 5 bodies in the middle of that section.
Try and think of something else, because you saw they'll go it and then corner.
Orthodox.
Then the corners won't do anything.
There was something I saw. Go and watch the corners in that second half. Anytime we had the corner, we went 4v7, 4v8. We committed only 4 men in the box.
Clearly, the Sudanese were always going to.
They were taller, bigger,
yep.
and they had about 8 players in the box. They were using their 2 strikers to prevent the other guys from coming. And we had only 4. And I was telling myself, we are not go-. So we didn't, apart from the Jiku one that we won earlier in the game.
That hit the crossbar.
In the
first half.
That was it. In the first 4-5 minutes. That was it. That is bad coaching. That is bad coaching. In the modern game, you don't capitalize on set pieces like that.
Yeah, so like I said, the only thing that seems to be trying is cutbacks. And I'll say it, cutbacks are a great way to create chances. Because when the ball sits up for the player in the box side, in the middle of the box, and they shoot, a lot of the time, if they
have a clear path to
it's
go.
a very clear chance.
Yeah.
But if you see that there's so many bodies and it's not working, change things. You can't say that you can't use plan A for 80 minutes. It doesn't. After 45 minutes,
Guardiola crowd, they change things. It goes pragmatic sometimes.
See, that's the thing that really bothers me. And me, I don't like to come and sit here and say a coach is not competent and those kind of things. Because me, I've never coached. I don't. But this one is very difficult because
it's difficult to ignore.
I can't even find what is good to praise him. Yeah. Apart from the fact that he has the idea that cutbacks are good, but that one, anyone who reads a football statistics book can tell you that. So for me, okay, fair enough. He's playing with it. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's so much.
So from what you are saying, we are not qualifying to the AFCON.
Ben,
from what you are saying,
Ben,
because you don't see us winning 3 games.
You see, on Monday,
you see, the only reason
we lose in Angola. So that one is banker.
Because we have 2 away games to play
in Angola,
and 1 home game.
Luanda.
You see,
I beg you,
you see, the only reason I don't want to say that is, look,
because you're not a prophet.
I'm not a prophet.
Okay.
We can win the games, but
fair game.
If I'm supposed to make my prediction, because I predicted Sudan would beat us yesterday, and I don't usually go into Black Stars home games predicting we'll lose.
You see, just to add to Susu before Nathan comes, Otto says Sudan will be lucky. Look, in the past, Akwesi has played 9 games for Sudan.
Yeah.
He's lost only 1 competitive game.
That's the one to Angola.
Yes. We watched that
and
game.
that was a very close defeat.
That was the game he lost. In terms of consistency, over the past 2 years, they've been more consistent than we have been.
Yep.
I mean, they got Aliou sacked.
They got an AFCON winning coach, a coach who led Senegal to play back-to-back final, won 1, lost 1, sacked.
Went to the World Cup,
went to the World Cup,
that
got
we
to the
couldn't
quarterfinal, knockout round that we couldn't do, got him sacked. And then when you are talking
and
about
a quick
such
update,
a team,
Angola and Niger halftime goalless.
Good update to have. We need to keep an eye on that game as far as the show.
I'm monitoring.
Angola 9 points.
Aish, that's what we don't want to hear. Nathan,
so which means an Angola win.
let me give some context before you come in. So I've also gotten indication that again, morale in camp is not great. It's not good, and a lot of
fathers and people's uncles as if they are children.
A lot of it is tied to that pre-game. The atmosphere in camp is not great, so that's the first thing to look to. The main captain is not there, so the deputy captain is taking over. That's what's going on. We are going away from home to play on neutral ground against a technical team that probably know us inside out. How do you, first of all, juxtapose the bad morale going into this game, the probably low confidence.
The bad morale created by the Ghana Football Association.
I wouldn't agree. It's just them. The bad morale has also been created by us not winning games. It's not just the speech.
The boys fair, already down in belief.
I'm just saying. So it's a myriad of factors. What I'm saying is, tying all that together, how do we sail above all these challenges to get a win? Because at the end of the day, nobody will care about all these things when you don't win the game.
Look, it's a tough situation to be in. I don't know what was said after yesterday's game. I'm sure the players themselves have reflected, but they will need a lot of guidance, especially from Otto Addo.
Well, they're psychologists.
You see, he'll have to lift the boys. And Chris makes a point about.
A quick point before we go on. We were talking about psychology and stuff. Before you started the show, I was on Eyewitness News. Augustine Ahimfo was called. We spoke to him, and we asked him about the video. He said that the content itself, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But it's being made public. And the psychology of it, because he said coaches can do it, but it being made public changes the whole psychological situation. So I just want to emphasize that a former player. That's why I asked him Safida as a former player. That's why we are asking for your opinion. So I just want to just
and it's important because look, Ben, we all know behind closed doors, coaches can be ruthless, and we've watched snippets. We've heard players talk about their experiences. The Alex Fergusons of this world dishing you the hair dryer, Jose Mourinho getting
the boot kicking incident.
We've heard all of that, but I don't think those managers will ever air such things because you see, then even take this. Let's look at even our own local context here at Citi FM. How do you feel when in a news meeting you are absolutely lampooned in front of your colleagues? You feel that the ground should open up and you want to jump in.
Exactly.
Just imagine Black Stars players with this amount of scrutiny and pressure, right? I always say since 2014, the stock of the Black Stars has fallen so low that people watch the Black Stars and they want the Black Stars to fail. Not because they hate their country, But they are so disappointed that they just want everything torn down, and then if we can rebuild, we rebuild. So with all of these things in mind, with the temperature cranking up after each AFCON and each game, to pull a stunt like this, to air your hair dryer
and get your official
and to get the official people to release to put it out, that is an absolute.
They publish it on their YouTube.
Yes,
like an official to get they'll get revenue from it.
But you know what's crazy?
They don't get money. They are making money.
It means that the FA president called the videographer.
But you don't know what
He brought them there.
it was properly orchestrated.
But me, I just want to say something. That video is him trying to say, "I've done my best. We don't care.
Yeah,
we don't care.
It's there. Okay, I did my best. I granted my. Let me put it on record that at this point he has more runs
than AFCON
wins. Than AFCON wins. So that's for the record.
So Ben, the team is at a low. Otto Addo will have to play his part, and unfortunately he has to. When you're a head coach, you have to do some of these things. He has to pick himself up, because I always say that a tiny part of the problem is Otto Addo's own body language. And I don't like his body language.
How so?
On the touchline.
How so?
The other day I gave a description and you were laughing. His body language is like somebody whose lunch money has been taken from him and he's hungry and he won't eat at school. I'm serious.
Oh, but can't you see?
He looks deflated.
Deflected.
Uninspired.
And you see, when players are going through a bad time,
they look at the manager.
They will turn and look at the manager.
Yep.
You heard Benny McCarthy 2 weeks ago. What did he say? He said Eric Ten Hag tactically is a brilliant coach. The problem he has is his passion. What does he mean by passion? It means his interest and body language.
Yeah.
So when things are going wrong, players will look at the manager. If the manager too looks like one of them, he's almost in tears, throwing his hands up in the air, and the players won't find inspiration. Nothing will lift them up.
That's where leadership
comes in. So Otto Addo has to lead the team. They may or may not make the AFCON, but from these qualifiers, they can learn to galvanize, come together, and tell themselves that this low that we've come to, we should never come back to this point again. Monday will be tough, or Tuesday will be tough, because the Sudanese can tell that we are a rattled side.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And you know it.
They can smell blood.
After 15 minutes, they could tell that this team will get desperate. If they were a ruthless team, they would have gone to score. But somehow they kind of kept contained it.
Had mercy on us.
It was a game plan.
You understand? So Ben, we need to pick ourselves up. 1, 2, like Chris said, the coaching has to improve, because we can say all the things about emotion, psychology and everything, but football is won simply because you have a game plan that works, and Otto Addo's game plans do not work. Ben, the plans don't work, and I've been saying this thing. If you are a team and you are easy to defend against, easy to plan for, easy to predict and easy to play against, there's a problem. So if your opponent doesn't have to overthink to play against you, then your team is really bad.
Are you saying we are easy to play against?
Ben, I'm saying we are easy to play
against.
Ben, very easy, because countries know that they can give us 20 corners, we won't score any.
Defense set pieces well, pack the midfield and
Ben, let me tell you something. I'll give you an example. When David Beckham was in his pomp, don't you think that teams got scared because one error 25 yards away from goal, Beckham stands behind it, he's punishing you. It's like the dread.
You don't want to concede.
Then it is like the dread, a personal dread I have for James Ward-Prowse. That when the team I support plays against a team Ward-Prowse is in, I don't sit comfortably.
2 dead balls, one will end up in
two dead balls, he'll score 1.
True. It's like Steph Curry pulling up.
Like the dread teams have against him, because they know that once Curry bounces the ball and he looks at the hoop and he scores 1,
3 points.
You are finished.
I understand.
Go and ask France. They felt
you see,
they felt it at the
all I'm saying is that we are too easy to play against. We are too easy to plan for. And it is all because we are set up to be very blunt. That is 1. 2, even though there is a plan, Otto Addo must also learn to know what each player can do, what they cannot do, and try to stop players from overdoing certain things. More Kudus, point or an example. Because of the poor setup, More Kudus has to drop deep to fetch the ball. When a player does that 3-4 times, in his mind, he starts to think that you know what? I'm the one who has to do everything. So he'll take the ball.
That's what he was doing on day. He
Take
was
it,
right wing, central,
run
left
all
wing.
around the place. Sometimes when passing is a better option, and I will applaud Kudus. I thought he gave the ball away in terms of giving his to his teammates far better against Sudan than we had seen in previous games. He was raising his head. He was giving it to this guy. Blah blah blah. But Coach Otto Addo needs to know that these guys can do this. And then knowing when to effect a change. Don't wait until 85th minute to start throwing forwards in. It won't make sense.
That's when he activates his plan B.
It won't make sense. After 50 minutes, no, you know what? This is not working. Let us throw something very different at the opponent. And I've noticed something. Ever since the AFCON qualifier started, every team we play, watch the kind of changes they make. After 55 minutes, they start making offensive changes. Do you know why? Because they realize that the Black Stars are not an offensive threat. So why should we sit back? Look at all the changes Sudan made. First, they went midfielder for midfielder. Then they started going midfielder for forward. They started throwing up. Why? Because they can see that they won't hurt us. If a team will hurt you, will you dare turn out your back line? No, you won't do it. So Otto Addo has to understand that this team doesn't scare anybody. And on Tuesday, on Monday, they need to outplay themselves to get a win. It may or may not take us to an AFCON. But they can use the rest of these qualifiers to redefine what they want to do. Refine themselves and start a path that possibly may take them to a World Cup. The final thing I will say is this, and I tweeted this last night. When all of this settles,
you're the two big men.
The GFA boss, Kenzo Kweku, and my very good friend, the sports minister, if or when Ghana doesn't make the AFCON, I'll quote my own tweet, they go chop hot, rough. These two guys.
But why do you think that speech, that 17-minute speech?
I'll be honest with you. Just about the sports minister. His boss is leaving. So he's probably
not sure.
Akufo Addo is leaving. Yeah, but if Bawumia comes, there's no guarantee Bawumia will make him sports minister again. Bawumia might have someone who wants to make sports minister.
Well, fair.
You get what I'm saying? So whatever.
So there's also the possibility that we can be stuck with him for 12 years.
Yeah, that one will not happen. Under this performance, look, you see, gave Otto Addo $50,000. Do we know Otto Addo's contract?
No.
We still don't know.
Yep.
And I want.
We don't know how much Otto Addo is earning.
No.
And talking about substitutions and that kind of stuff, let's compare. Knowing where we are, knowing that we've not won a game in the group, knowing that this is one of our last home games.
Yeah.
You Otto Addo, the first half you haven't scored a goal. You should be desperate by the 60th minute
to change things,
to get a result, knowing that this is one of your last home games. And that's what it was more concerning about the whole thing. It's almost like
the lack of urgency from the manager.
He should have.
You know,
so when we are speaking about this a must win, this a must win, this a must win. It's like he didn't hear.
He's taking $50,000.
He says they were lucky, and now you go and deal with them away from.
But you see, for me, you should know. You should know where you are. And for me, if it was different, let's say we had 6 points.
Yeah.
And we are at home, and we know that we are in a good position. I don't want to open up and lose the point.
Yeah.
That's a very different situation, and the way he handled the game would make more sense. But we are not in that position at all. We haven't won a game. You're not even desperate at the halfway point to know that maybe at least have 4 points in the bank halfway, and then think about the next half. We have 2. You see, 2.
So like I'm saying, or as I was saying, the two gentlemen, the GFA boss and the sports minister, this series, whether they like it or not, or accept it or not, it will define their legacies.
I think their legacies have been defined already, Boom. I think this will be the icing on the cake.
Maybe. You understand?
Because you can't go and play two. You can't go and play 2 AFCONs and not win a game.
Legacy.
Yeah.
So this will top it off.
According to his own description.
So this will top it off. 2 AFCONs, no wins.
Yep. And then no qualification. And then no show.
No show.
Disgraceful.
The sports minister.
It's unthinkable to me.
The sports minister too will be slapped with the same broom.
It's unthinkable to me.
And he can say all he wants, but it will remind him that it is under his watch where we did not win an AFCON game. 2 AFCONs.
And did not qualify to an AFCON
and we did not qualify.
You saw the picture.
And got banned.
When the
and
two
we
of
got
them
banned.
when the camera just fell on the 2 of them.
in the 90s.
I would have given, you know, well, if you read Harry Potter before, there's a certain artifact or there's a certain thing in the book called extendable ears. It allows you to be able to eavesdrop on conversations. I would have given everything to hear the conversation between Ket and Mustafa when the chances were being missed.
So Ben,
you see that video of Ket walking on the pitch after the
he
was walking.
With his white kaftan and jeans.
He was going
to the dressing room.
You see, so
more speeches.
So Monday or Tuesday will be very critical. And all of this, I feel really sad for the players.
Yeah, of course.
That for all these young guys, you want to start your chapter of the Black Star story and start it well. This is a new look Black
Star. That team is not even palatable anymore.
You know, and now
like there's nothing exciting about.
If you don't make all of you will forever be remembered as the squad that couldn't make an AFCON.
Yep.
So it's a very critical time for them, and they will have to try and pull something out of the hat to try and save the campaign. Even if Ghana wins, I don't even know how the rest of the qualifiers will play out, because we have to go to Angola.
We have 2 away games to play. We have 2 away games and 1 home game.
The Angolans will mark that Ghana game and be very happy.
Like we said, the psychology of that game depends on where Angola are. Angola wanting to win the group.
Yep.
Have they secured qualification?
Don't forget, they are even playing as we speak, and they've not scored.
You know, so it's a very critical time, and the team will have to think about it. Again, my final thing, this thing about the universe giving us opportunity. We've had countless chances to go back to base and build again and take proper decisions. Maybe this is the universe giving us yet another chance.
Always. The world will always give you
because this is a reminder that we've sunk really low, and we have to do something. Not making AFCON 2025 is a disaster, but not making AFCON 2025 can serve as a good way to properly reset and rebuild. Those of us who are strongly affiliated to the Save Ghana Football Group, we listed a number of things we wanted done. Maybe, just maybe, this is the opportunity for the people in charge to get things done. I hope. But the reality tells me that it will be another bad episode. We'll come and talk. We'll jump around.
We'll do PR.
We'll do drama.
Cosmetic.
Do PR. Everybody will say it's not my fault. It's his fault. It's their fault. It's my fault.
We don't have Ronaldo. We don't have Messi.
We don't have Ronaldo and Messi. Then we'll throw in the juju stories. And then we'll start all over again.
Anyway, Emmanuel Nete is watching us, former Hearts of Oak player. He says a big shout out to Coach Christopher Nimley. You know Emmanuel Nete. One of the few times in recent memory that Hearts of Oak was actually good.
Romero scored some goal against
Olympics. You can't forget that goal.
That absolute.
That's my boy.
Young man. Big shout outs to Romeo.
Young man, Charlie. Job.
Let me read a few messages from our YouTube people. I'll read some other text messages as well. This one here is from Cephas Lai. It says, okay, Cephas, I don't know if you what you're going about. This one here is from Daniel Dure. He says that you get hope for the World Cup. He's asking us. Anyway, Manasseh says the day you will be laughing at this coach and his team. I'm not sure how Capito comes into this. Anyway.
Capito.
Yeah,
but the World Cup group, we are joint face.
Daniel Hene Mensah says that whether Monday, he says whether Monday or Tuesday, the Black Stars will collect Woto. This one here.
Where the Woto day?
This one from Kwame 11. He says, "Oh, Nathan just mentioned my point. We don't hate Ghana, but we just want a reboot." This one's from Benjamin Nketsia. He says Otto Addo was sweating more than the players on the pitch.
If you've been living abroad and you come here, Charlie, the heat and the dust and
from experience,
the humidity.
This one, let me read a couple more of the messages coming out here, and then I'll take it to my text box as well. Ayamga Robert says the Black Star is Africa's Manchester United. I'm enjoying the show from Elubu in the Western region. Okay, Sweet Kwame says Ket go. Ernest Atakra says, Ben, have you seen the video of Jordan talking to Akwesi Appiah? Something is definitely wrong.
And can you imagine what Jordan might be unintentionally giving Kwesi Appiah in his frustration. We are not saying that he's doing
very
it on
possible.
purpose, but
No, but Kwesi Appiah,
he knows what is that.
he knows the fire in the camp already.
He's an insider.
You
knows
know
the fire in
the
the
people
camp
who are
already.
working for the young man.
He knows the fire in the camp. You see, if
I said that
Coach.
2-3 weeks ago. I
Coach.
said we would not beat
Coach,
Sudan here.
Coach, I said even if Kwesi Appiah doesn't even have any insiders, see, he's coached as long. He knows our culture. He knows our food.
Our
he knows
psyche,
how, he knows how we behave. He knows how we
all
behave.
the things we are saying about Coach Milo is Kwesi
Coach,
Appiah.
he knows how we behave. He knows our preparation for games. He knows the type of mindset we have
knows the
when
fans.
we are in a crisis
He knows
situation.
the fans.
Look,
And he knows that Accra is a different
Listen,
from position from Kumasi. All of that.
You know the funny thing
you
is
know
that
what? If we had played the game in Kumasi, we would have lost the game.
very possible.
Me na me catch it.
There's a very
Kumasi.
How so?
Too much
The
pressure on the
support
players.
that Sudan would have enjoyed.
Yep.
Because of Kwesi Appiah.
No, I'm serious. I
don't
think there are a lot of complicated factors at play for this national team right now. What I will tell the Black Stars is that look, in football, a lot of things can happen, but last, the talking actually happens on the grass.
It's as simple as that.
When all the noise has gone through your ear, all the talking, there's a lot of noise at this point. Look, pride is at stake. Your personal pride is at stake. The nation's pride is at stake. I struggle to see how, as a nation, we are going to win 3 games on the bounce with this current team.
It will not happen.
But it is
It can
football.
happen.
Well,
Yeah, it's football.
It is
you
football.
see, the one thing I'll say is if we win this game
Yep.
against Sudan,
It will give us a lift.
and the fact is there's a month between.
Yep.
Otto Addo has a whole month
To plan.
for those next
Yep.
2 games, and all
Let's to borrow their own words. Let's take it 1 game at a time. I've never subscribed to that message, but this is the time when you actually need
knowing
to.
that we are playing Niger at home after this, we win Niger at home. We should make up for what we didn't do over there.
Yep.
Now that
So that kid doesn't hit his head again.
that leaves the hardest game, Angola away.
You listen to Akrabetu. He said, you blood. You clot your heart.
Let me read a few messages. George from Koforia says, guys, I read that the moment the whistle went for the end of the first half and the scoreline was goalless, the Black Stars thought Bowley stormed the dressing room to give team talk. Now that didn't work, he will now start addressing them during water breaks in the second encounter. He must work by force. Kekeli says Otto Addo's tactics are unemployed. They don't work. Hey, Charlie. He has quoted with Nathan Kwao 2024. I'm not sure what's going on. I think that's a coach. Said Otto's tactics don't work. No credit about
I always say this, when you play a team, look, Otto's handled how many games? Take away the World Cup qualifiers, because the 2 games I didn't even see. I was away in Japan.
We've won like 2 games in. We've won like.
One guy will
but you know,
we lost.
funny story. Let me tell you.
We lost to Nigeria.
You know, because of the time
Uganda.
difference. What that game was played when? It was a night game.
Yeah, it was a night game.
For okay, it was a night game here.
Yeah.
Then I got so confused about the time that so it was night. So I saw the results. So at that time it was morning. I think Sunday was it a Saturday night game?
Yeah.
So it was Sunday morning. I wake up in the morning. Then I just say, Ghana. So at that time the game was live. So I opened my flash score. Said, why is the Black Stars playing a game at 5 a.m.? Then I remember.
Yeah, I remember the Japan Korea World Cup. We had to wake up to watch games at 5 a.m. You watch 5 a.m. or 5:30. Some of the games were at 7 a.m. So you watch first half, then you go school.
Then you go make late.
You have to really be a football fan then to watch the games. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. to watch some of the games. The second game was on by like 7. You had to really love your football back then.
These things, you're making me feel young.
Don't do that. Daniel from Koforia says, Ben, isn't it alarming enough that Ghana has played 36 games across 3 years and has only managed 10 wins?
Let me consult my spreadsheets. What I've done.
Elon from Tema says we need to work on our set pieces. We had a total of 15 solid corners and could not make use of any of them.
15.
That's
So
terrible.
he said what in the last
3 years. Yeah. Joel from Kaswa says, Coach, God bless you. Danzot says, Kurt should resign as FA boss immediately. Odi says that, good evening, guys. I pray the Black Stars don't qualify so Kurt doesn't feel his talks change the players. If you get 15 corners and you don't score, then the coach surely does not know how to get strategy to ensure that the ball goes
corners.
in.
You know, and it's not even that they didn't score from corners, because I'm not going to come here and say
that big chance out of it. That's the thing.
We weren't even able to create chaos in their box, put a shot on target, test the keeper. Nothing.
Kojo Raindorf from Ashaiman says, Ben, a sister network today. A sheikh who happens to be a management member of the Black Stars says Jordan was lamenting to Kwesi Appiah why they were able to play well, create chances, and still couldn't get a goal to show for it.
What?
Why would he be lamenting about that?
I don't know about playing well, but you know.
Yeah, we created chances. Ray from Abokobi says, good evening, my City family. Salute to you, Numo. Why is Kudus wearing the number 10? Is Dede retired? He couldn't shine yesterday. Our coaching department is not good. Semenyo was only running without purpose. Our forward was bad.
But you see, this number 10, I want to address it.
Yeah.
When a squad comes and it's 1 to, we've called 26 players, and it's 1 to 26. You're supposed to give the numbers within that 1 to 2. So someone had to wear the number 10. So I don't see why people are making it a big
20, sir. On the day he was given the responsibility to cap the team, that's not the day you change your number. Spiritually crying.
But someone has
there are so many competitions. I don't want to say
a prophet has sent me a message.
Hold on. But talking about numbers,
someone
was Semenyo wearing 42?
That looked like a mistake.
No, it was a mistake. 24.
But you see,
I think there was a mistake.
Hold on, relax.
Logistic mistake.
Relax. It was a mistake. So the person took 4
and played
and 2 and did not know that 2 had to be 2 had to come
normally,
before 4.
You know, normally.
Hey!
So it was just one of those mishaps.
You see, I also want to say that before Elisha also had been wearing the 10 when Dede was not in the team, if I remember correctly. I think he had been given the 10. So it was just that they changed the player with the 10, but someone was wearing the 10. So I feel personally the 10 thing is being overblown a bit.
Nobody's stretching that thing too much.
Yeah.
Elisha Uzu was in the team. He should have kept the number 10 jersey. If that's what he's been doing in the absence of Andre. But what some of us are saying, some of us who are so much inclined into the way these things work, you don't give the number 10 to a player who has refused that number 10 in the absence of the day. Especially when he's been given extra responsibility to captain the team.
Oh, so he had refused the 10 previously?
Before!
Okay.
Ben, you said you had a message from somebody.
No, Prophet Charles Owusu-Kumi, also known as
the newsman.
He's the prophet. He says that Ghana will qualify for the AFCON. We will begin our qualifiers on Monday by beating Sudan in Libya. Let me read a couple more messages coming through. Okay, so there's a lot going on. We'll do a few shout outs in a bit, but the truth is, Charlie, that game against Sudan on Monday is
that game is more than 3 points. Reputations are on the line.
They've lost at home.
If Kwesi Appiah takes 4 points off us,
reputations are on the line.
We should get ready more. Assume 4 points in there.
Bro, reputations are on the line. Oh. People's reputations, people's legacies are on the line.
Anyway,
but you listened to Ignatius?
Yeah, I did.
He said they want to qualify to the AFCON. Whether it's Ghana, they have to play whoever they have to play. There's one ambition. The ambition is to get
they
Sudan.
Take 4. Please check the score of the Angola game for me before I close the show. It's still goalless. It's 63 minutes played. Wow.
What does this reason? Because Charlie, now my head is really tired because of the mathematics. Charlie,
if they draw, it helps us. If
a draw keeps us,
it helps us. As long as Angola doesn't win,
Angola winning complicates our situation.
So currently, Angola, as things stand, are on 7 points. If they win, they are on 9.
Yeah, 7 is a lot. It's a lot more, reachable.
It's a lot more reachable than 9.
Exactly.
So Charlie, the permutations have begun. Who would have thought that Charlie after match week 3? Anyway, such is our life, and we have accepted our fate. It shouldn't be so, but hopefully the players can find it in them. The coaching staff can find it in them, and maybe Detroit Red will not go giving more speeches so that we can.
Detroit.
They say Detroit Red is the old Malcolm X before he changed his name. He was called Detroit Red.
Only famous by natural Malcolm famous by
Charlie. You know, so that's Charlie, play me this again before we go. Play me this again before. Please. I'm trying to see if I can listen to Keto Kweku one more time on why we should not be withdrawing or losing to teams that are not on our level.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
No joke.
Let me listen to Ket again.
Let me roll the time back. A few weeks ago, we played against Niger. How did you guys feel when you went back home to your bases, having drawn against Niger? How did you feel? Were we happy? Were you happy? Niger! Come on, guys. You drew 1-1 against Niger. That was the scoreline. No joke. 1-1 against Niger. 4-5 of the players who played in that squad, cannot play in my club. That's the truth. But Ghana played 1-1 against Niger. What did we see? We saw a Black Stars team without energy, without passion, without the desire to play. It is not possible like this. The minimum I expect, the minimum Ghana expects, is a team of boys or men who will show passion and desire to play for our country. Not when you are dribbled and you be seen walking on the pitch and the ball is heading towards your nets. That is impossible. I told the coach, you see that you guys decide to play for Ghana, to play for the 30 million plus people, or decide you will not.
Come on, guys.
No joke.
No joke. We are Ghana. Come on, guys.
No joke.
Niger?
4 or 5 of those players are not playing my club.
They okay, sorry, sir.
See,
sorry.
With all disrespect.
Now, Bonita, they all cause brain damage. They cause brain damage.
Anyway,
that video of Ket saying this is crazy. It's going.
They hate you.
But wait, isn't there a conflict of interest there? Because
I said it. This country we don't understand.
Conflict on record
to have said that. Yep.
Ever since he became president, he has no affiliation to any club.
I have told you this here on several times. That statement is a blatant lie.
Anyway,
old dreams FC.
But you see, in this country, we pretend like conflict of interest doesn't matter.
It's everywhere.
The moment Kwesi Appiah got the Sudan job, they should have asked him to resign from the executive committee.
They waited till he got to this point. Anyway, show is up.
And even now, it's temporary.
Oh yeah.
So has been proudly brought to us by Twisco, Winnebag, and the new kid on the block, Kivo Gary. Charlie Kivo Gary, remember goal scoring I easy Monday. We need
Kivo Gary.
We beg.
If we make the goal scoring easy for on Monday,
we beg you. Let's do a few quick shouts. Let me go first. I have a few quick shouts. So first shout goes to a couple of my people who were called to the bar today. So yeah, Kweku Anokumi, formerly Charlie, hard guy. No, too hard. Formerly of Premier League Live. Yeah, Charlie used to be one of us.
You for pass around one of these.
No, he for pass around. Charlie for see Kweku now. Charlie,
he's a big man.
He was called to the bar today. It's okay. Charlie, you see, coach. This is a sports show.
He's a married man.
This is officially a sports show.
He's been called to the bar.
If you want to discuss marriage, go to sister. This is a sports show.
When are you married?
Your microphone is off. You are banned from. You even give any shout on the show today. Kweku Anokumi, big shout outs to you. Congrats, bro. You're a big man. Efua Kweba Adai, a good friend of mine, also got invited to the bar today. So Efua, big congrats to you.
Young lady. They got invited. They got called
to the bar. Called to the bar.
Congrats, young lady.
Invited to the bar is Bloomberg.
Charlie, behave yourself. They got called. No, you see, when you get called to the bar, you must get called to the other bar too. Like you can't get called to one bar today. It must be like. It's okay.
No, that bar, the lawyers for invite us so that we know where
exactly.
Where
so big shout outs to my people. Let me see if I can do one more shout. But you guys go on. Quick shouts before we go on.
Yeah. Oh, talking about bars, I want to wish EL the very best. He's doing his bar concert tonight. So EL and the team, Eric, the guys, I wish you the very best this evening as you do another bar concert. Congrats to all the lawyers who got called to the bar today. My advice to you: you've done well. So now that you are now part of the legal fraternity, do your bit to help the country, right? Do your bit to help. You have very important roles to play to help this country. Do your bit. Fight for those who can't fight for their rights, because as part of the training, you are taught to do that. So please respect the call, fight for those who deserve justice, and carry out your duties with a lot of pride and honor and a lot of dignity, and write your names, well, whatever story you are writing, please write it well for yourself.
Well said.
Oh, my mine is very simple. I want to shout out the people who were released this week after spending about 2 weeks in their cells for protesting. So I want to shout them out. Welcome home, welcome home.
Yeah. Hashtag free the citizens.
Hashtag free the citizens.
Hashtag stop galamsey now.
Stop galamsey now. Stop galamsey now. Yes. Big shouts to Dr. Eric Opoku-Nketsia, the co-founder of Spintex Night Basketball Club. You guys are in Libya representing Ghana very well. I know you lost today, but you are still second and in pole position to qualify to the Elite 16 of the Basketball Africa League. And so we wish you all the best ahead of your final game. Ahead of your final game against Mighty Barrow of Liberia. I'm very confident that you guys will secure that win and qualify to the Elite 16. So more vim to you guys. Big shouts to Spintex Night Basketball Club.
When is the game so we can catch it?
3 p.m. 3 p.m.
tomorrow.
FIBA.
3 p.m. when? Tomorrow.
Yes. Once you log on to FIBA YouTube, you can get the feed and watch Spintex Night Basketball Club represent Ghana.
They are so good
in the Basketball Africa League.
I didn't used to have a lot of hope in national basketball level stuff, but these people have actually given me legit reason to hope again.
So much. Invested so much. Their branding, kids, everything, feeding is on point, coaching.
They are really doing their thing.
Big shouts to you guys, Dr. Eric Opoku-Nketsia. Yes, he's a lecturer at UCC, coaches university. So big shouts to you guys. You are doing an amazing job.
Chris, just before you come in, shout outs to the Uber driver I picked last night. It's called Emmanuel, I think. Liverpool fan. He's a huge fan of the show. He was so excited I was in his car. He actually called his friend to tell his friend. So Emmanuel, if you are listening to me, all the best to you, and thank you thank you to everybody all the Uber drivers, boat drivers, Yango drivers who listen to us. We appreciate all you do, and
bless. Coach
Jehovah Zebad. Jomo Awulane. Yo agbelemo gbehanle. Jomo Mrs. Rachel Dagadu. Waka yo wa job obekene. Awula ogbele ya che onu. Yo baba gbelegbe. Big shout out to Mrs. Rachel Dagadu of ENS Africa. It's coming from Coach Nimley, from your lovely husband, and from your children. This program is a program you say you never miss, and we are so grateful for whatever we do on Scorecard. You say you are always there to pay attention to it.
Yes, sir.
And we are so grateful, Mrs. Rachel Dagadu. God bless you, and keep watching this program or listening to this and watching Scorecard. We'll always keep you up to the level deserving of you. God bless you.
Nice one.
Let me shout to Kotoko.
Asante Kotoko.
The visa.
Charlie. Don't even get me started on those
Coach,
people.
Coach,
don't get me started on those
Was it
people.
one of your kids' birthday this week? I think you sent a message.
Yeah.
I think we should be singing for coaches. I think we should sing for coaches.
Look, the last of my 3 daughters. I think it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah, because I was
it was on a Tuesday, and then Odelia.
Odelia.
And by the accolades of her name, she's a noble woman. Whose father is Jehovah.
Thank you.
That is the meaning of her name. She's called Odelia Aviela. The meaning of Odelia is a noble woman. Aviela means a woman whose father is Jehovah.
Thank you.
So to a noble woman whose father is Jehovah God.
Thank you.
May you grow up in the name of the Lord.
Oh yes.
That's deep. And may you grow up in staying glued.
Oh yes.
Academically, she's proven to be very, very brilliant.
Her father is brilliant
because the father is the orchestra of the universe. Odelia, from myself, from mommy,
and from all of us,
and for the
Citi Sports Panorama team, we say happy belated birthday.
Let me
bless you, young lady.
Let me do one more for my big man at Stand Chat, Mr. Chris Diaba.
No more Diaba.
Yeah, he says I would like to give a very, very, very special shout out to my boss lady.
Oh, Charlie.
My ATM card. The love of my life. My dearest wife. Patience Diaba. On her birthday. I want her to know I love her to bits. Today and always. Love, Christian.
What is the name of the lady again?
Patience Diaba.
Patience Diaba Antipat. Today is your birthday. Well, be no fear. Say no more. Mr. Diaba, Agbelegbe.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Thank you, Susu Graham. Thank you, Yaya Jemita. Thank you, Coach. Thank you to Imos, everybody who helped to make the show possible. Shout out to Dominic Gucci. I'm doing it. Even though
the other guy,
Charlie.
Daniel.
So you can catch it on YouTube. You can catch it on Spotify. My name is Benjamin Nketsia. Thank you very much for doing this.